Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully organized all that our file structure, right? So now in this video I want to do, first of all I want to create one of the package JSON file. So if you want to create this package JSON file, what exactly you have to do? Simply run your terminal. Okay, I simply run this terminal, that is appropriate our file location, and here I want to then run as npm init, right? npm init, and when you run that with the npm init, it will be provided some of the questions. If you want to avoid it, then you have to use it as a dash and then y. That means all that answer I agree as a yes. Okay, now if you click as enter, now that will be created our package JSON file. You can see it's now successfully created that package JSON. So now I want to install that express. So if you want to install that express, then only you have to do, you have to run with the npm and the install or I. Okay, I make it as I and then express. So that is the express command. So when you run this command, automatically the system will install that express.js in your project. Okay, now if you click as enter, now that will be installed that express.js. You can see it's already working for this. So now it's downloaded all that our file that will be needed for this project. You can see it's now successfully done. Now you can see it's now successfully installed that express in our system, and it's created one of the node module file. There is a package JSON. If you go to that package JSON right now, and now you can see there is a dependency as a express, and there is also displayed the version name. So I want to do and also want to install that nodemon. Okay, if you want to install that nodemon, I hope you already know that will be that will be here in our terminal. In the terminal there is a npm and then the I and then the node. Okay, nodemon. So I simply install that nodemon, and that is one of the dependencies package. I make it as a -d. Now I want to do and to click as a enter. Now that will be installed that nodemon package also. As I told you before, nodemon package is used for whatever the things you will be updating in here. Automatically that will be run your project, right? So here is now installing. So it may take a little time. Here you can see it's already successfully installed. Great. That means our nodemon package is also successfully installed. And if you go package JSON, and here that is our server, right? So into this server area, first of all I want to run that as a server. Okay, server. Our server will be what I have already discussed about that things with you. Here that will be as a nodemon, and then that will be run our which file, that will be run our index, right? So that will be our index. Great. I simply run it, and now if you click as a save all, now they have some of the issues as a failed to save and overwrite. So I want to overwrite it. Okay, I simply overwrite it, click as a save all. Right now it's save. Okay, so now it's successfully done. So now I want to run our server. Our server will be as npm, okay, npm and then run server. Now click as enter. Now that should be run our server. Yeah, you can see our server is now successfully running. Now I want to create our server. Okay, if you want to create this server, as I told you before, that will be the same procedure. Here first of all we have to import that express, right? If you want to import that express, that will be the constant variable, and I just take that name as the express. Okay, I take that name as express, and now with the required I want to first of all load our module as the express module, right? That is the express. So I simply loaded that express. Great. And now I want to create that application for the express. So that will be as a constant. Okay, that is a constant, and then I name it as a app, and then express, that will be another one as a express, right? Express. So that is our express. So I simply loaded that our express application, and here if you put your cursor, now you can see it's now show as a create an app express application. So with this express we can able to create that express application. Okay, simply create it, and then I want to load our server. That means that is our app, and then our listener method, right? So that is our listen method, and into this listen method our port name I want to make it as a 3000. So that will be our 3000 port, and then I want to declare one of the array function. Okay, here I simply loaded that array function, and into this function area I want to display with the console log. There is a console log, and into this console log area I want to display some of the name as a server. The server is running at port 3000. So this type of one of the message, then that will be executed. I hope you already know about this part. We have done this work a lot of the time. And now I want to create some of the URL. Okay, if you want to create that URL, I have already discussed about that things with you before in our Express fundamental. So that will be the app and then the get, right? So that is our get method, and in this get method, first of all, we have to pass our URL. So for the home, here I want to pass our request and then response, right? Because here that will be one of the request handler. We have to pass that request handler, and I want to pass two of this parameter object. One will be as a request, another will be as a response, right? I simply pass it. Great. And then I created a function, so that is the array function. Here I want to simply return one of the name. Okay, that means a return. I want to return one of the with this response. Okay, with this response, that will be as a send or method, right? With this send method, you can pass that HTML content. Right now I want to pass only the text as a hello. Okay, hello Aryan. So this type of the text now that should be displayed when you run this server. Now let's check this out. If you now click at the save all, our server is now running. You can see our port is now running. So in our home, I declare one of the text as a hello Aryan. If you now go, and now that is actually here, that is a previous one. I want to run it in here. Now click as enter. Yes, you can see it's now display as a hello Aryan. So now we have to create two of this route. Okay, before actually there is the same port that should be work. All right, I have used that same port, so now that should be work into the save mode. Maybe like check it out. We have to create one of the slash. Into the slash area we have to load this type all that our element, and if you click it, right, you can see it actually changes. So here that is a bicycle, and also that I have one of the ID, right? So that is one of the query string. We have to create two of this. One will be as a home, another will be as a bicycle, and then that is actually one of the query string. Here we have to create both of this route, right? Now Peter, I want to continue this process. In our next video, we will create two of this route. For one is for our home and another will be for our query string. How can do that work? I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.